How do you know that you're ready to become a leader? Maybe you're thinking about taking on a managerial position, or you're curious and want to explore whether this is right for you. The challenge is that if you have little or no experience in leadership or management, you don't know whether you're ready to step into this type of responsibility. Today, I'll tell you what you need to ask yourself to determine whether you're ready for a leadership role. I'm Hector Wong, and I help leaders who are struggling and feeling overwhelmed to conquer their challenges and be confident in their role. To stay up to date with my latest videos and helpful tips, make sure to subscribe to this channel by clicking the subscribe button. Becoming a leader is a large step in your career. You'll be taking on more responsibilities and will have to look after other people instead of just yourself. It takes a person with certain characteristics and mindset to be able to become a successful leader. Many people think they are ready, but do not have the self-awareness or the honesty to find out whether they are truly right for the role. Here are 5 questions you need to ask yourself to know whether a leadership role is for you. Are you comfortable prioritizing the success of others over your own? All of us start off as being individual contributors. The harder you work, the better the chances of your success. As a leader, your mindset needs to shift from being an individual performer to becoming a multiplier. It's not about you anymore. Your responsibility is to ensure the well-being of your team and make sure that you do everything within your power to make them more productive and efficient. Can you think of the big picture and be future-focused? Your duties will include looking after the day-to-day operational needs of your team and organization. But you also need to be able to look beyond that. You have to be able to think more strategically instead of losing yourself in the details of everything that comes your way. You can't just address the symptoms. If there's a problem, you need to address the root of it. You need to plan and take actions that ensure the well-being of your organization and your team in the future. This includes determining what projects to undertake and the hiring and training of staff. Do you have the courage and morals to stand up for others and do what is right? You have to look out for the well-being of your team, your organization, as well as yourself. You are not just an order taker. You're someone that is counted on to provide direction and guidance on a variety of initiatives and challenges. You need to be able to speak up, and you're not afraid to say what's on your mind or share your opinion, within reason, of course. You also act as a role model. How you act, what you say, is mirrored by your team, and in turn shapes its culture. Are you able to communicate clearly and adapt your communication style to whatever audience you're dealing with? A leader always has to deal with people, and thus communication is a vital skill to have. You may have to diffuse arguments, negotiate agreements, or provide instructions. You also need to be able to have open and honest conversations. In every case, you have to be able to communicate with clarity so that your message is understood. You also need to be comfortable presenting to groups of people. Conveying a message isn't always just a one-on-one conversation. Public speaking and presentation skills are an important part of being a good communicator. And most importantly, good communicators need to be able to listen more than they talk. Do you have a growth mindset? For any high performers, being a lifelong learner is essential. Leaders constantly face different challenges and learning opportunities. Not only do they have to learn to develop their skills and knowledge, they need to be willing and accept that learning is a lifelong commitment required to develop and improve themselves. Leadership isn't easy. It can be an immense burden. You'll have to make difficult decisions, and the role requires personal sacrifice. If you just want a bigger paycheck or fancy title, I suggest you move on. A leader is someone who cares about their team and organization and gets satisfaction seeing others succeed. Be sincere when answering the 5 questions I recommended to you. Your answers will help you figure out if leadership is something you're ready for, or maybe there's gaps you need to work on before making that decision. Ultimately, you know yourself best.